Hey everyone, let me ask you something. What if I told you that the next time you're drooling over a new flagship phone, you should be looking at the wrong specs? Yeah, I know. We've all been conditioned to obsess over megapixels, battery life, and that glorious OLED screen. But here's the kicker. In 2026, those things are just table stakes. The real battle is happening in the shadows of the spec sheet, and it's where the true value of a phone hides. Let me break it down for you. Think about this. Smartphones today are like luxury cars. Everyone talks about the horsepower, but what matters more is how the leather feels on your hands, how quiet the engine is, and whether that fancy dashboard actually works when it rains. That's exactly where we are with phones. The camera, battery, and display? They're all good now. But if you want to separate the wheat from the chaff, you need to look at the stuff no one's talking about. Let's start with something that sounds basic but changes everything: build quality. I'm not talking about the flashy sleek design you see in ads. No, I mean the actual materials under your fingers. Have you ever held a titanium phone for more than 10 minutes during a game? It's like holding a hot poker. Aluminum, on the other hand, feels cool even when it's working hard. And matte finishes? Oh, they're a game changer. Glossy backs are fingerprint magnets, but matte ones? They're like a silent promise that you won't look like you dropped your phone in spaghetti sauce. This matters more than you think, especially if you're the kind of person who refuses to live in a case. Why? Because when you're using your phone bare, those tiny details become your emotional triggers. A polished frame versus a rough one? It's not just about aesthetics, it's about trust. Do you feel like you can grip this thing without it slipping out of your hand? That's the real test. Now let's talk about speakers. I know, this sounds like the most basic feature ever. But here's the truth. Most people don't use earbuds 24/7. You're cooking, you're getting ready, you're walking around the house. That's when your phone's audio becomes your soundtrack. And if you've ever used an iPhone Air, you'll know what I mean. One speaker. That's like trying to listen to a concert through a single speaker in a stadium. Meanwhile, my Pixel 10? It sounds like a mini home theater. It's not just about volume, it's about clarity, depth, and that weird emotional connection you get when the music actually feels right. What's fascinating is how few people care about this. It's like the audio equivalent of ignoring the seat comfort in a car. You don't notice it until it's gone. Then there's haptics. No, not the vibrations that wake you up at 3 a.m. I'm talking about the subtle, precise feedback when you tap, swipe, or type. A good vibration motor doesn't just tell you got a message. It makes every interaction feel intentional. Think of it like the difference between a cheap keyboard and a mechanical one. The former is just noise. The latter is a symphony. And here's the thing. Most people don't test this in stores. They look at the screen, maybe the camera, but skip the feel of the phone. That's a mistake. Because when you're typing on a phone with a weak motor, it's like typing on a wet sponge. It's not just annoying. It's a reminder that the phone isn't as premium as it claims to be. And let's not forget the little things. The IR blaster that lets you control your TV without a remote. The stylus support that turns a foldable into a productivity beast. The microphone quality that makes your Zoom calls sound like you're in a studio. These aren't just gimmicks, they're the quiet heroes of the smartphone experience. Chinese flagships often nail these extras, and honestly, it's one of the reasons I keep coming back to them. They're like the underdog in a world of showy specs. They don't shout about their features, they just do them. So here's the takeaway. When you're choosing a phone, stop chasing the headline specs. Those are just the entry fee. The real magic lies in the details, the stuff that makes your phone feel like an extension of your hand, not just a device. And if you're still wondering why I care so much about these things, because in a world where every phone looks the same, it's the little stuff that turns a good phone into a great one. Now I'll leave you with this. What's one feature you've been ignoring that might actually matter more than you think? Drop your thoughts below. Until next time, stay curious.